Vukala
for you to make it,
mugamba ho ngudde kuno mmaze kumba ogudde ku maze ameerere.
So would you say you A, curious kid, B, mischievous?
Yes, lindako fefe omumanyi.
A leader.
By the way yalinga tashevinga ebyo naye mwetegereza.
I was in a family of 8.
Iye naye ng'awunya bulungi. Oli nkugambye.
So you have
yalinga awunya bulungi, ayambala bulungi, alabika bulungi. Gwe mulimu.
And then you're the youngest,
ate batwa
the boys, and then there's a girl that follows me. So being that, and there was hierarchy in terms of kids, you had to listen to you. Your firstborn has the rights of your mother and father. That's how it was.
Yes.
So my sisters,
ani agenda okukugula ng'olabika bubi,
which was one of the best primary school then, and then they went to Gaza.
Kasikono kankuta ani anjogerako.
Some we were studying with.
Regan wants to
in school, and one of them went to
kanzije mukwano community husband lindako nywewa amazi.
The kid say, I want to be like that. Why are they choosing that? So
ogamba community husband Regan kansala
to a clear role models.
Twabadde wadonga tuseka muzungu naye kati yeeyita kansala simanyi biki ate munnaye oyo ani gwatakwanye ku kyalo okwo kandi we gifti oyo nno mujjawo mujjawo nange singa nange nali natera okuba Regani kigundu mbukanso naseka akatenfe ebyo kano kankogere mpola Rachel nalaba ka video bambi nga bakutte muzeeyi ne Asha banji kyalo kiramba oyo community husband gwe nga bakutte akazeeyi eno neno nga kwaki muzeeyi temwamulese waka kwaki temwamulese waka akasajja ne bakakulubbeesa nempulira n'ekisa eyo famire nno nayo nedda tewali byagala kukuwasa n'ako akantu kayinki bbiri teri ayagala just bwagazi kumalira budda nti amanyi kati olinamu omusimbi.
Our parents were educationalists. We believe in education a lot.
Bangamba mbukano simanyi oba bituufu.
Sisters came back and were the best in class. The question asks you, how come you're not the best in class? Same genes after best.
Yechi Asha chaddawa.
So that was a challenge, which was a good challenge, and made us work harder. And so that, yes, us being the last born doesn't mean that we can't excel like the firstborn.
Okay. So what kind of things did you pick up?
Yadembu wenga ulira. Ate olira ekyomugabo. Nalaba lw'ekyomugabo. Luli we nagendako eyo ewa jjajja.
Because I would step out of home and go and play soccer.
Mwana gwe.
But at that time,
were you good at it?
Yeah, I was very good.
Alinga mbizi mukama ansonyiwe.
Very good at it though.
Okumanya olabira ddala omutoro nagamba gifting nga nkomenenga nasanze lw'ekyolugabo kate nfe ekitiibwa. Omwana yajimbulukuka oba olaba nti tugezegeze ebitategeerekeka oli ffenna atugatta basatu.
It wasn't a mistake.
Mukwano oli atugatta ffenna. Ate nno kati nga ngenda ngambako jjajja tukola olugambo. Jjajja yaŋŋamba ekyana ekyo ofundako nno oli abalala. Jjajja yaŋŋamba abaana abalenzi bafaanana maama waabwe, abaana bonna bali so handsome. Kituufu nno abaana bonna balungi abalenzi.
Yeah, then I concentrated too.
naye naŋŋamba yagamba mbu kyokka kyekirina empisa embi kyekyafaanana kitaawe waakyo balekate enfe kyansukkako ne ŋŋamba ku gift negamba okimanyi jjajja yagambye mbulwekyo yafaanana ate kyeki kyabeera ewaka mpaka kati kikyabeera waka kiri awo gift yaŋŋamba kati yoyo omutoola omutuufu ajjeyo kalaze gyekiri eyo bannange si ye mumpinga nze ate ye kati yayitirira jjukira odda wansi n'alyoka n'abanga kibaata kiri mbaata kabuzi anti ntandise talina na magezi ekyo gwakyogedde siize.
Unless there's a major reason that I'm very sick at the church on Sunday. And that built a conscience in me. And that conscience now was telling me that there are things you can't do.
Ali eyo talina makulu.
And it shaped my career. So when I went, was in King's College as part of the contact side of it. When I went to Makerere, I was part of the fellowships.
Aina so baby.
That shaped, I think, it kept me.
Aina baby. Lindako. What do you mean by our baby? Yazala mwani.
An important part of your life.
Kuba mbadde njogera wano ku byoli Violet nangamba I will also get shocked. What do you mean by our baby? Mbuwani? Wante? What do you mean wante?
At Makerere, which I must insist for the viewers, Makerere there.
Wama ngamba wani oyo omwana?
Yeah, I mean, when I was
nali namanyi musoga naye musoga gye baamugobera wama ngamba tabanga wa Lloyd.
What type of engineer? So my passion was actually
naye Lloyd oyo
so the path to doing computers that time especially was going to statistics.
Nsindikira aka message wano ku WhatsApp ndabe.
So I opted to go and do statistics.
Ngamba wama
I graduated
tori kabada.
Luckily enough, I spent most of my time in the libraries of Makerere because
nize kubanze kati mpulira ekintu kinkolokota wano ku mumiro gugamba obaani ani oyo kiba kitegeeza mumanyi tabanga wa Joshua.
So I saw the life in Makerere, but not in the life in the
awoka wangamudde wani
more in church
mujja kuŋŋamba nno mulimba
and Makerere then was a small community.
Muli eyo mubeera eyo mwekolamu mulimu mukole ogwo.
HIV was at its peak.
Yeah, these are the 90s.
So if you messed up, you know
mukole ogwo.
So the faith of God kept us checked and we read because we knew that was the path to our success.
So the height of the Northcote melodrama.
Tekisoboka.
All that was there, the melodrama, the Northcote.
Tekisoboka. It's not possible. Tekisobokerako ddala ekyo. Tekisoboka. Oyo Abiri oyo.
We could come back to more of that. Watching
Awonkigaanyi.
Power and I'm speaking.
Nzijukira nga abaali tukawalana ffenna omanyi muwalana omuntu oli n'akuyitamu emabega nga bakola ebyabwe nga mumanyi muli ku mulamwa gwe gumu kumbe naye tekisoboka nkigaanyi. Ani awo ow'ekisiru awo gwe nsobola olowoozaako ani? Kinyinze muŋŋambe bugambi nammwe kuba sigenda kwebaka nga simutegedde muntaase neebaka enkya Mmande. Ani oyo?
40 years of making lives better.
Bana bawala. Tekisoboka bannaye, tekisoboka. Nze ndi refulinze agaana. Anyway, era byonna bisoboka. Kati mbadde nkyali ku Violet, kati waliyo ggwe. Leero mmwe. Chika. Kati mweyita mutya mbu honey baby. Mwamulaba bijja. Does it make sense to you? Ng'ofumbira bbiri kacyayi ng'okamuwa. Mpira n'emmeeme ensinduukiridde. Mwogere. Tetuganye nange siina njawulo nammwe naye maama. Nedda.
Because you stand a chance to win a van for the school. This is the power of Momo.
Abeere n'abakadde be. Naye baana mmwe neze sinakikkiriza honestly. No.
NBS happening now.
For
coming to give energy to the candidates. They are no longer
candidates.
Our two Yala elected candidates and the NRM executive coming for this press briefing. I'll read our resolutions and then you're free to ask questions to any of the persons seated here, including the minister, if you so wish. We, members of the NRM Parliamentary Caucus, meeting at the office of the President, conference call on the 5th July 2026 in Kampala. Meeting in a peaceful, cordial and vibrant atmosphere. Having received communication from the NRM First National Vice Chairperson on behalf of the National Chairperson and remarks from the Government Chief Whip and Chairperson of the NRM Parliamentary Caucus, the NRM Secretary General, the Chairperson of the NRM Electoral Commission, having further 44 candidates who expressed interest in the position of members of the East African Legislative Assembly, and having noted the withdrawal of some candidates, having additionally received candidates who expressed interest for the following positions for the NRM Parliamentary Caucus Executive Committee, and noted the withdrawal of some candidates. A. Vice Chairperson, NRM Parliamentary Caucus, 7 candidates. B. General Secretary, NRM Parliamentary Caucus, 3 candidates. C. Publicity Secretary, NRM Parliamentary Caucus, 3 candidates. And D. Treasurer, NRM Parliamentary Caucus, 5 candidates. Diligently listened, debated, conducted elections, and reached consensus on issues of national importance. Hereby resolved 1. To receive the following members of Parliament that were successfully elected to the NRM Parliamentary Caucus Executive Committee. A. Honorable Isaac Ismail Otimgiwu, Vice Chairperson. B. Honorable Namukuta Brenda, General Secretary. C. Honorable Rone Derrick, Publicity Secretary. And D. Honorable Nakazibwe Hope Grania, Treasurer. You can go on audio. To receive the following persons that were successfully elected to the East African Legislative Assembly. Honorable Chiriowa Stella.
How are you?
B. Honorable Bagumya Fred Wakaizi. And 3. To receive and approve the following designated nominees to the Pan-African Parliament. A. Honorable Najuma Sarah Mumanensi Nakaseke. B. Honorable Rakajara Marinaitwe Workers MP. And C. Honorable Anthony Akol Kilakino. And 4. Support the existing NRM flag bearers and fill the gaps in all the 72,000 villages during the forthcoming NRM primaries for LC1 and Women Council elections due to take place on the 10th of July 2026. Signed, Dr. Jen Ruth Acheng, Government Chief Whip and Chairperson NRM Parliamentary Caucus. Over to
you.
Ekigambo kisale yogera
azaala omwana n'atagamba baana gundi.
Maybe it's not comfortable to say they died.
Oba wakigundu
ye leero nsanze nekyali wa Kigundu n'alyoka nsomera bajja bange be nalina ku kyalo bonna mbadde nva mu njala
First of all, I want to thank
nga nsanga Debson oba mumumanyi yali kiddo wa Kigundu n'alyoka nsomera bajja bange bonna ne mugamba mwana wako yali agala amabina
mbwamu ali eyamusuubiza
oyo manipulator naawe oyo manipulator he knows how to
Is that to me or to the chairperson electoral commission?
To you and the chairperson. Can you read? It's okay, Anna.
Because we know most members, we have had 46 candidates, and most of them wanted to have an eye of the president, catch the eye of the president. Why did you deny these people a chance? The procedure this time, as well as another test, and you are not given, you should give them a chance to have, because most of them, that's the reason they came. So that's why they had to pull out after failing to see the president. And the other issues are, during that election, some people are using that they should pull out because they are already the chairperson of the committee. I don't know whether as the government chief can reach that commission, some members are not others, because we have seen some people are choosing honorable delegates. It's now the chairperson of the East African Community. So we wanted to understand about the appointments for committee leadership.
Let's have yes.
Mine goes to Dr. Khan. How much are you spend on NRC1 election? Both women and LC1.
You want what? Money?
Yes.
Thank you very much. My name is Oscar. I work for Toro TV. My question goes to the government and I congratulate everyone. One is, we were live as the session was ongoing and people are posing questions. This is a by-election. When are these elected leaders going to start presenting us, and till when, so that the people who have not made it through to start preparing to come in, finally there's another election coming. Another one, is this the final election? Because we know there is that general. I see people are congratulating them. Is this the final? Are they going to begin tomorrow, or there's another election that is coming?
Okay, thank you. Last.
Thank you. My name is Chris. I work on Soul Steve. My question goes to the in the past, we've seen the NRM electoral
had some voices, especially from those that have lost elections, saying they intend to contest as independents. What's your message to those that lost the elections?
In Yala?
Had some, both of you.
For Yala?
Yeah, for Yala. Saying they intend to front themselves as independents. What's your message for those who give the sad voices? Thank you. I think I can respond to those that then.
I think let me start with the speculative questions which were put to me. Speculative in the sense that one question was that he has seen in the past that the party refunds money to those who withdraw. What will happen this time? I've seen in the past that the money paid for expression of interest is non-refundable. The money you pay, the 2 million they paid, is non-refundable. If anything, I have not seen any refund of money to any Yala candidate. We had 130 the other time. And when it ended, that was it. Because money, it is conditional. The guidelines are very clear. Any money paid as expression of interest is non-refundable. So I want to think that I know what I'm talking about, and there's no money to be refunded to anybody who participated. The second one, about those who intend to go independent, it is their individual choice, but I don't see any difference. Because the electorate today will be the electorate come the time the Chief Whip will explain. I wish them well, but I would advise that since this is just a short term, up to December 27th, 2027, I think people would actually leave this to go. And if you want, you prepare for 2027 than to actually juggle and disorganize the whole house. Then the person who asked me about, is it Omoro Radio? I didn't quite get the question because I thought it was going to.
I'll tell you a question.
Question like why this time, why did we do a secret ballot?
Oh, why did we do secret ballot this time round? It was a choice of the candidates, but also taking into account the large number of 44 candidates lining up in which space. We needed the kololo, which we didn't have. So the Electoral Commission of the party is duty-bound to think for the party and for through some of the activities we are going through. What we wanted was an election, and if we gazetted where we were as an electoral area, that's what the law requires. So it is not cast on stone that we shall always line up. We can change according to situations. And then the first question to me.
This time round, you did not have.
Oh, LOC1, we are going to spend 3 billion. I'm not the national treasurer, but I know that the budget we gave is just 3 billion because we have already had LOC1 election of flag bearers. We are simply going to fill gaps on 10th because since we did primaries in 2025, some of our own have died, some have since got gainful employment, some have said have lost interest, others within some few areas have changed political loyalty. So we are simply going to fill gaps, and the filling gaps will be in barazas. We are going to have country-wide barazas in the 72,000 villages on 10th July 2026. All village people of NRM will come together, and when they find there's a gap in Women Council, they'll use consensus to fill that gap. If they find all of them are alive and willing to go, we move on. So the cost is not going to be exorbitant because of the nature of that election. Well, this was a bit of P3 mathematics. We charged the 2 million times 44 people. Lastly,
that in elections, there are always complaints, but this time...
I think this was the most peaceful election I've had since I came into office in 2016. This has been the most peaceful election. And I want to thank members of parliament and the government chief whip for bringing it here. All NRM elections are high stake. Even if you go to the caucus election, it is high-stake election. The stakes are always high. The people love their party. People want to participate in the party. And when I see this one, the way it was handled, the way people behaved, the MPs were really honorable. Apart from human transgressions here and there, but this was the best election I've ever held since I became the chair. And I think lastly, for avoidance of doubt, I think the ones who wanted to catch the eye of the president. You know, we have a very democratic president. He only didn't have time because he had another timetable. Possibly he would have had this caucus in State House. So it is not by design, it's because the president had another timetable. But I'm also not sure that all of them had only come in as candidates and paid 2 million simply to catch the eye of the president. I don't think that is not a bit of speculation. I don't think I can demean the candidates to that level, but I think if they want to catch the eye of the president, I think the president is a popular person, so be it. Thank you. And SEC, why has SEC not been, we are members of SEC. We are 3 here members of SEC, even four of us are members of SEC. SEC is a very democratic body, very democratic committee. They actually decide according to what they think is good for the party. If they thought that picking one person was not good since they were 44, they then advised the commission that we should have election, and advised the chief whip to call the caucus and we have election. So SEC is a very democratic institution. It has never dictated that this one must go and this one must not. We actually debate and come to terms with reality about what we want to see as an end result. For this one, we wanted to test the waters, and good enough, the 44 came, some withdrew like the chief whip has said, and we've had a very smooth election. And I want to congratulate the 2 winners, Honorable Rwakaizi and Honorable Kiriowa. I want to congratulate you for you have been very, very, very disciplined. They have not tried once. Some of them have tried 3 times, like Stella, but here they are. So I want to thank the electorate. I want to thank members of parliament for that level of decorum. If we can continue like that with the members of parliament behaving nicely and owning up the process, we would actually go far. And I want to thank winners of the caucus. The caucus executive is now complete. We want to request you to work together with the chief whip and push for what the parliamentarians want. You are going to represent them, not only to represent yourself. You have been democratically elected in a very free and transparent election. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tanga Odoi.
Okay. These are very dangerous tools.
So the first question was about members that have been appointed to committee positions and also contested. Let me first bring to your attention that the Central Executive Committee sat on the 3rd of July, Friday, at State House Entebbe, and approved members to various committee and leadership positions. These positions have not been communicated to members. The procedure is that once they are approved, they are designated by the government chief whip in plenary and approved. Was designated to a leadership position, stood for the NRM caucus executive, that member will be required to step down. And that position will again be filled by SEC as soon as possible. So those who are complaining, I don't know where their source of complaint is coming from, because we have only received the Parliament agenda, and plenary will be sitting on Tuesday. In regards to when the Yala candidates will start representing us in Yala, now that we have got our candidates, I will be officially communicating to the parliamentary clerk tomorrow, Monday, and handing them over. They will then be subjected to the processes that Parliament has to undertake. What you should understand is that the two positions are NRM positions. We have positions for NRM, we have positions for opposition candidates, and we also have positions for independent candidates. Two positions fell vacant because two members of NRM came back and contested and are now members of Parliament here in Uganda. So it was a requirement that we fill these positions with NRM candidates. And that is why they have been voted in by the NRM caucus. So they will go through that process, and then we will tell you what will happen thereafter. As the Chairperson Electoral Commission said, for those who want to stand as independents, let them be aware that these positions are for NRM candidates. They are not for independent candidates. And the Speaker of Parliament will inform them accordingly. Lastly, allow me to thank you. Those were the questions. To thank you very much for coming for this press conference, unless you have any other question to any member here.
Some were asking that if the other candidates can have just within 1 minute.
Over to you.
That is positions of the because we know, remember last Parliament of the year, opposition have to vote. And going in this election 2022, there was just one plenary. The one of UPC, this was because he was there with the leader of opposition. There was one. So meaning they can reclaim.
Can we go ahead with the...
Can have the Yala candidates say something else within 1 minute,
You want to transfer these things there?
Yes? We face the same.
But you can just
first and foremost, I would like to introduce myself to you members of the state, of Forces State. I am called Bangumi Fred Rwakaizi, the now flag bearer for East African Legislative Assembly. I would like to thank the chairman, Chairman Electoral Commission, Dr. Tango Doi. As he has said, we have had a very, very peaceful election today. As NRM, we are so grateful. And I would like to thank members of NRM Parliamentary Caucus for voting for us. And I would like to congratulate my sister, Honorable Stella, and we hope that we shall work together to promote Uganda, to promote our party, and to promote our region. Thank you so much.
Stella Jew, Stella Jew, Stella Jew, Yole Omwana Stella.
Oh my goodness. Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Stella Chirioa. First of all, I want to thank God for today. It's a good feeling. I don't even know what to say, but I thank God for today. Congratulations to my brother, Honorable Fred, and the members of the caucus, the leadership. Congratulations. Congratulations, everybody. Yeah, I want to thank the caucus because today has been different. You can never tell what is coming out of the box, but indeed it came out positive. I thank God. And I thank to be chosen, at this moment in time, and we are looking forward to going to the main parliament for the general election, but also being a part of those who are going to shape the destiny of the over 300 million East Africans. It's amazing, and I thank God. May God bless you.
I think that's all.
That's all. I did it too. Yes.
NBS happening now. This July, NBS Television brings you closer to the stories everyone will be talking about. The drama gets deeper with gripping series, local movies, and characters that feel like home. The updates get faster with live coverage of events, breaking news, and real-time moments as they happen. The conversations get bolder with powerful interviews, current affairs, celebrity sit-downs, and voices that shape the nation. From the newsroom to the live scene to the stories that move us. July on NBS Television is fresh, emotional, urgent, and unmissable.
Bana Uganda twaniriza Joseph Ngoma mu concert yesose ku Lugogo Cricket Oval nga 11 mu July 2026. Tickets za mitwale 2, emitwale 5, ate meze y'abantu 8 ya milioni 3. Tickets ojazisanga ku carrytickets.com, French Supermarket ne ku Hotel Triangle. Kwa note 75658 72225. Kino kyetu badde tulinda. Joseph Ngoma, mwana mulenzi omuwandiisi, vocal powerhouse. Aludenga konko n'endongo. Ekutte ku mitima gy'abanna Uganda. Gendongo yenyuma, eyimusa, ekuwe essuubi. Agikubye mu style y'omulembe. Kati ategese ekitabangawo. Twagala cricket oval ejjule ku mulundi guno gwokka. Babulaza mutwaleko ba sister out. Bitegekeddwa charism n'ebiwagirwa.
Flavor Mukachupa. Test our refreshing, juicy flavors in our 250 ml and 400 ml packs. Splash Kachupa. Flavor Mukachupa. Flavor
The problem is the foundation.
You know the kind of cement I'm using in this foundation? I guarantee you even my grandchildren will come and find this house.
You buy your buy today and get the job done. Strong, reliable, available at hardware shops countrywide.